Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. Let's see who we have tonight hanging out with us. Usually
Good
get a little
evening,
ping.
everybody.
Good evening, Dan. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, doing well.
I usually get a ping from somebody in my Discord saying, "Are we on tonight?" No, I did post it maybe a little earlier than I usually do, so maybe they're still coming in at that moment. So, what have you been up to?
Not much. Just connecting friends in the space and getting things rolling. Everybody who frequents our podcast, uh, when it comes out, you'll be interested to know, and you're hearing it first here. But I can't really go into much more detail other than that.
That was pretty much no detail.
Gotta tease.
There you go. Coolio. Yeah, no, and yeah, same with me. Nothing much crazy happening. Just trying to. And yes, I did a very odd or Hidden called me out for my very doom and gloom clickbait title for tonight's episode. Just because, honestly, that's what a few people have been talking about. And I'm like, are you guys like for real? Like, why do you have to go off a cliff every time something does something that is a little weird? But yeah, the market has been really, all over the board. Doesn't know what it wants to do, and with tariffs, with Trump, with everything else, I don't know if we're going to see an end to that craziness until all his rich people are uber rich, or uber rich, because they're already rich. Because they seem to be manipulating it up the wazoo.
Yeah, it should theoretically end soon, though.
Yeah, you gotta hope, anyways. Yeah.
So, going along with that, the way I see it is, how can I explain it without? Fuck it, people are gonna get pissed off, anyways.
Oh, everybody will, no matter what.
Yeah. What's happening now is the government's attempt to get the reserves at a lower price.
Yeah.
And
yeah, well, and if anybody thinks otherwise, then they're
naive.
They're very
naive.
And unfortunately, during that whole thing, there's tons of insider trading and other stuff happening. I heard from someone, and again, who the hell knows what's what in the zoo, but that there was Senate people doing massive leverage trades on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and perfectly timed for the bottom and the top, or the top and the bottom of every peak and valley. So
the other side to that coin, though, is it was later shown that it was just a really degen motherfucker. I mean, I think the information I saw, he was trading like 72 times within the past month or something like that, and he lost 1.2 million at one point. So that person might have literally just been incredibly lucky.
Yeah.
Is that the case? Probably not, but you can't. Right now, we cannot jump to conclusions.
No, agreed. And I'm not saying that, but the same token, to assume that that's not happening at all is also not.
Oh, it's 100% happening.
Yeah. So I mean, okay. This guy somehow got called out, and somehow they found a way to mask his involvement in it, or again, it could be lucky. And that's the one thing I hate, when people get too right or left wing and
too pitchforky.
Too pitchforky, but or even just too aggravated by having a discussion with people. There's a lot of people right now with all this fear and all this uncertainty, and probably people taking risks they shouldn't take, like you even said there with him. And they're even on Discords, I'm seeing people getting way too passionate to the point of just being rude to other people because they don't share their view. And it's like, come on, guys, we're all like,
we're all getting fucked right now.
Yeah,
no reason to get pissed off with everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. So,
it's 100% institutions, Blacklock.
No, absolutely, yeah. And I'm not saying, not necessarily in and of course there's zero proof of insider trading, but there's always zero proof of insider trading, but it doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Yeah. I think there was another article I read on like Bitcoin Magazine or something like that. One of the various publications I get emails about, showing that BlackRock, what the fuck were they? doing. They did something where they added BTC to something else in their treasury.
Oh, okay.
And it was at the point when BTC fucking dipped. So
Yeah.
they're
And again,
definitely
there's also
the
that
ones
somewhere.
behind it.
Yeah, there are like smart people that know how to, like, wow, we've seen
Look
Bill
at
do
Bill.
some crazy,
Yeah,
crazy good trades.
almost $100,000 wins.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Yep. And yeah, and like I said, there's always scapegoats too, and this person obviously that got called out for it. I mean, yeah, it's, again, like Ian says, it could be just the problem is you can't believe any of the crap we're seeing on the news because it's all propagated to make certain people feel a certain way, and certain people will see certain parts of the news that will make them feel a certain way. Other people will see another part of the news. So I will never say anything I'm saying is 100% for sure, and nor will I try and die on a post for that. I will die in a post telling somebody else that they could be wrong, and if they want to get mad at that or pissed off about that, then that's their problem. And just like I won't get mad at anybody telling me that there's no way that this guy was insider trading. I don't know. I'm not claiming he is.
Yeah, and I don't know. Back to the original point, with it being the U.S., no matter what, whether it be the government or an entity within the U.S. like BlackRock or any of the other large hedge funds, I personally, when it comes to the reserve funds, I'm how can I say it? I'm okay with it, but I'm not okay with it at the same time. Like, I understand the reasoning for having to, pretty much cause a dip to get reserves.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wish there was like a over the counter, an OTC way of doing so that doesn't fuck everybody
Well, there
else.
is an OTC way, but they're not going to use it for this method because they don't want to buy it at that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like I said, while I do understand the reasoning behind it, and as far as the government goes, the method of which they're doing it is not. I don't think it justifies the. I don't believe the means justified the end in this case.
And we just got our best compliment the show's probably ever had. I'll have you know I'm recording Trump to watch this live. Well, thank you, someone.
That's funny.
Yeah, crazy. I don't even know if I've watched any. That's the problem too. Is I'm seeing snippets of things, and I never know whether it's being taken out of context. Every snippet of news you hear, like it, and I almost don't like. I'll start watching something like I don't want to watch this because I don't know how it's being taken out of context. Because there was that Trump interview with that. I'm assuming it was Ukraine leader, and where he was basically just being a rude ass to him. But am I taking it out of context? Yeah, exactly. Waste of electronics.
You never know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I haven't watched it, so I have no clue. We're talking politics now. It's crazy. We have nothing else to talk about because of the freaking crypto market the way it is. Yeah, exactly. I don't. It's not worth watching too much of it because it drives me nuts. But then to watch the snippets, you never know what's again the context that's being said, I guess. So yeah,
that's why the third party news stations are becoming the only source to really get fucking news anymore.
Yeah, but now those are even coming up, and again, this is my tin hat thing. Is yes, those have started taking people's attention away, but now we're gonna get the same idiots moving our attention, like popping up with new. This is your independent news source, and just to propagate the same bullshit. Sorry to see what if it was in the interwebs. It's yes, absolutely. That's 100% fact right there. Someone I've never seen a more factual statement.
It's like that old commercial. You remember that old commercial where the woman was saying she met somebody from France and she's like, "Oh, it was online, so it must be true."
Yeah. Yep. Crazy. Pendle, always a good time to accumulate Pendle. This is just your blanket statement for today, Blackhawk.
Yes, not bad advice, Blackhawk. Now is definitely another accumulation phase of this bull run. But
yep, well, accumulate anything, yeah. XRP. I haven't even looked at it. Like any XRP news, I feel like it's been tanking hard as well, I guess.
Nothing crazy that I've heard. I have two friends that are like really deep top 30 for holders for XRP actually.
Yeah, it's not really doing anything, yeah.
And they haven't. Normally they ping me on our one Discord if something big's happening with XRP.
I wish I had a bot in October though.
I know.
Or even November. I had it till November 2nd. Third party. When in doubt by Pendle. There we go. We got our Pendle Maxi here. I need to. I have no. Yeah, I don't know. I'm doing my. Well, and actually Blackhawk knows I'm doing my peppermint and my privilege club stuff right now because it's like the only thing I already have, and so it's just easier to compound into that. And then I'll start using that to hopefully buy some things. I should maybe start that now, even like $100 a week, buy some stuff that should go somewhere now that we're in another bottom. Y'all ever mess with quarter mile, always with the bots and stuff. Sniper bots with AFAK mode. Yeah, I don't do a lot of that stuff. I am playing with some bots right now, actually. They're more algorithmic trading, I guess, with futures. And I haven't talked about it much, and I probably will start talking about it at some point. I'm just trying to get the first payout. It's been a slow grind because with bots, you don't want to go too fast. Otherwise, you end up tanking them in one try. Like today was actually not the greatest day, but we're slowly getting to some payouts with some Apex accounts. And so I might talk about that a little bit more, but it's not cheap either. I think I talked to you a little bit about it.
Yeah. If it's the one you've talked to me about before, it's definitely not cheap. No. But I could see if it works and we get it and you get it, dialed in, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, you get 20 accounts doing $50 a day. It can add up pretty damn quick and pay for itself pretty damn quick. So,
to answer your question, Quarter Mile, no.
Yes, right.
I stopped with bots, to be 100% honest with you, for right now. Once we get them on, FDX, that'll change. I'll start messing around with them again. Once the bull really takes off, I'll probably get back into the grid bots on Pinex because they were doing great when we were going up. But I've lost so much on Sol that I'm very jaded with all those stupid bots, with the sniping bots and all that bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I think I could save XRP as GG reserve. Yeah, and I mean, obviously, like any of that stuff, right? And there is some, like, because even Swift has done their own thing now. It hasn't got launched yet or anything. So there's stuff that's where XRP kind of could fall short, is if anybody comes up with another way to do it, and it's not hard to make another way to do all this money transfer stuff. And Swift is already a company that has a lot of money and are going to want to
secure your spot. Well, that's what XRP was supposed to replace. Ripple, rather, not XRP.
Yeah, yes, true.
And it was last I knew, there was quite a few countries that were switching over to Ripple. They just need to get that mass adoption. If the U.S. switches over to Ripple, which now it's kind of looking like we might with the XRP as in our strategic reserve, because that's definitely the first step, is to get the token and then slowly integrate the system.
Yeah.
It is faster. Ripple, you can't deny it's faster than Swift. Anybody who says otherwise, even though there's somebody was saying that's a 50-year-old process being replaced by a 20-year-old process. Ripple is fast. And compared to Swift, it makes it look like, I don't even know of a good analogy.
There's no analogy, but the thing is, Swift could easily do the same thing or supersede them, and they have the money to do so. And I guess Blackhawk's is saying they've working with the Chainlink that gives them that extra edge to kind of bridge that gap of technology that they have, right? So, I mean, it doesn't take rocket science to create, especially with crypto and blockchain available to you. It doesn't take rocket science to create a better system than Swift. It's about the worst system out there.
Very, very true. I mean, you had firsthand experience with it. Is it as bad as people think?
Oh yeah, it's beyond archaic. It's literally just like messaging, sort of, even then, and you have to wait for it. And like, look at how long they take. Sometimes they're 7 to 8 days. Sometimes they come back. If you don't have a T or an I dotted or crossed, there was so much information that went to linking the two together because it was such an archaic system of messages being sent to create the bridge between the one bank and the other bank, and the bridge between Swift and them. So yeah, but it doesn't. There's so much technology that's been come since then that could have sped it up that they never used, that it would take very little, I think, to move it in the right direction. The problem is security, and that's where they have to make sure that everything, and that's why they probably haven't made the move sooner. But oh yeah, I did hear that HBAR being used with adopted by Swift too. So yeah, so there's lots of rumors, and who knows.
That reminds me, I got to talk to a friend of mine who he was in HBAR before HBAR even got noticed. So I got to ask him what wallet it was we were using. Thank you for reminding me.
My Pinex BTC bot was up 20% in June to January. Then I ended up with more USDT to it end of the course, and now it's in negative. Yeah, it's not easy managing those things if you don't A, take profit, and B, you have to have a pretty good reserve kind of sitting around waiting to go into it if you need to act quick. And sorry, someone, I wasn't missing this comment, but yes, should have, could have, would have. That's always the
don't get me started on that, Alan.
We've all been there. I can probably write quite a big novel or encyclopedia on coulda, shoulda, woulda.
The biggest one for me was I follow a guy on Telegram who called the Trump coin at under $3. I got the call, and I posted in FlexIRA's Telegram, and I'm like, and everybody's like, we don't know if it's real, and
yep, gotta love it.
Yeah.
Hash pack for HBAR, you saying?
I don't think it was that. Like, when I say we were early to HBAR, it was to the point where he wrote a script in HBAR's Discord to use the faucet to get HBAR.
How do you? I don't even know how they get hacked through Swift. Hacker use Swift. I'm just looking up what
Black was saying. Yeah.
Black was just saying there. Hackers use Swift network to instruct a Bangladesh bank to issue 951 million. What the? That's crazy. That was December 2023. That was a while ago. Yeah, I think I was working for the bank at that time. Yeah, weird.
So what did they do? Intercept the message and tell them what to do or something?
Well, the thing is, Swift stuff, there's instructions coming from somewhere. And to be honest, it's not even as secure as blockchain technically should be, right? Because there's many people checking the transaction and stuff like that. Whereas this one, somehow they sent instructions for them to send this money, and it was somehow hacked and somehow wasn't flagged as not a very good transaction. You'd think a transaction of that size would get double, triple, whatever checked. But anyways, this is the world we live in, where people seem to be able to get away with craziness. Again, you have to wonder whether it was an inside job or whatever. But post the script had to do the hack. Are you thinking someone? Right. Yeah. 35. Oh yeah. So I'm just reading. Actually, Wikipedia's got it. 35 fraudulent requests. So somehow they had like all the different. That's crazy. Weird. So yes. Other than that, what's everybody up to? Anybody have to interesting? Like I said, I'm just sort of slow and steady. I got my Nugget. I got my Peppermint. I got my Privilege Club. I got my Monstros, and I'm just kind of waiting along. I'm starting to get a reasonable enough income from my Privilege Club that, like I said earlier, I think I might try and start doing some DCAing into some different things. Maybe I'll have to look at Pendle since Blackhawk's so set on it.
Look at Eve too. Aave.
That's another chain though, isn't it?
Nope.
Oh.
It's another thing like Pendle.
We can have fun actually with that. Maybe I'll have to start pulling a few bucks out, because we've always talked about doing that stuff, and then we got into that crazy bear and
Well, a good series for you right now would be getting the flywheel started with FDX.
So I do have, well, I have that technically started too, but because we've got it with Creative Wealth, we've got the one going there, and which I got to start moving that USDC in. How much do I have? Which wallet did I use? I think I used this wallet, Ledger.
Oh, yeah, that would be an interesting one there, someone.
Yeah, Black, don't put them on now because let me get some funds together. Maybe we'll start doing it as a group here, and we'll see where they go, and we can look at. I can set up an actual wallet and play around with it, but I don't have that ready today. And I keep saying these cool things, and then I don't do them. But I'll just have to make sure I
Yeah,
do it.
pen and paper.
Yeah,
Pen and paper. Write it down. Oh, you can't even see it. Look at that. It's imaginary paper. Magic paper. What is that?
Looking at the wrong screen for a second.
That is cool.
Oh, and I probably had do I still have USDC on base? How much do I have sitting there? Oh, $8. That must be from this. Okay, so let me share this. Where's my screen? Earn this one. So when you're thinking flywheel, right? Like, so I get my USDC from here, I claim and compound, and then I take my USDC, and you're saying, and I'm assuming you're saying buy FLP. No.
Yeah. So what I would do is whatever USDC you get, because you have both the seed round and ESFD, right?
I do. I have the seed round in this wallet. I wish I had them both in the same wallet, but I think
I did the same thing. Unfortunately, I got my tangent after we were able to move stuff. So I got two different wallets too.
Interesting. It actually only shares my things, so my wallet doesn't show up neat.
What I would do, and what I suggest everybody else does too, you take your USDC from, whatever you're getting, buy FLP, then you take, because you can see what you're getting for each, except for the seed round at the moment.
Yeah.
So if you really want to get into it, you can do it. So whatever you get from your FLP, you then pair, buy FDX and pair and start your LP. And then it just keeps cycling. And then you would take that, from your LP and either buy more FDX and put it into the FLP, or just buy FLP, put it into the LP. Jesus Christ, these acronyms are getting ridiculous.
Why am I not? I had a problem because I didn't have my ledger hooked up, and now it's being all funny with me. Claim it. There we go. Oh, it's because my stop it. I'm plugged in. I don't care about the battery on my ledger.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. These things, I don't know if you can see it. Fucking one of the best things I've ever spent money on.
They had a Hey America one.
Yeah. I mean, $40 for three wallets. You can't beat it. I took two. I got one.
Well, it's not three, right? It's just your backups. No, they're your backups. They're
all separate wallets, I thought.
No. So that's the whole benefit to this. Geez, you're not even using it the right way, sir. So it's they give you three because it's one wallet and two backups. So if you lose that one, you can still get your other ones back, and you don't want them all in the same place, obviously, because if you have a fire or whatever. So when I set mine up, I'll bring one to my mom's place, and then I'll have that there and mine at my house. And that way, if anything happens to one at my house, I can go get my wallet, and it's cloned.
Interesting.
So hopefully you set it up right.
No, I didn't. I gave one to the wife, telling her to make a new wallet.
Yeah, so I don't know if she'll be able to with it. Maybe she will, but
I think you can't. You can either, the way I read it and understood it, you get three of these, and when you do the first one on your phone, it allows you to add up to two more.
Up to the three of them, yeah.
So what I did was just added the second one here as a backup, and handed her the third one and said, "Here, make your own tangent wallet with just that one."
So that third one will be not a backup then, which is the one, I guess the whole reason to have the 3 normally is just to have the triple backup, which I guess is not that crazy to do, but but I see what you're saying. Okay, that makes sense too.
So that's what I did. Doesn't mean it's the right way, obviously.
No, I hear.
So you're saying let's do the LP and LFDX rewards to buy more FDX and ETH pair up. Yeah, you can do it that way, or you can just go straight into the FLP.
Yeah, which I guess I do see the point. If you go into the FLP like this one here, you're getting LP, 7 times the rewards.
Yeah. It's the APR on our LP right now is insane, and that's without incentives.
Yeah.
So it's going to be even crazier once Aerodrome whitelists us. People are going to A, see FDX, and B, they're going to add the incentives. And don't forget, Flex Labs has something like 100,000 of the V Aerodrome or whatever it is. And we also have the largest V Aerodrome user that deposited like 500 grand into us. So FDX is going to get incentivized like nothing else you've seen on Aerodrome.
Yeah. Cool deal.
So stacking that right now is a very good idea, in my opinion, especially
like
with
the FLP or the
LP. Yeah. The second one down, which is the LP.
This one here.
Especially with Ethereum being as low as it is now, because it takes less to be able to pair.
Yeah. Which is the problem because I have so little. Actually, I wonder if I'm going to maybe move the USDC from this wallet and combine it with my other one. So I'm going to stop sharing for a second and play around. Because I might as well just do the pairing in one wallet as opposed to 2. And I think I already made a pair, an LP pair in another wallet. Which I should double check which one it is first. Although I'm dealing with pennies because I'm not a rich man. Oh, that's the alpha. Okay, so I did the LP in here. And what about this wallet? So yeah, so anyways, that's cool. This wallet's not doing as much, so I'll just send my little bit of USDC from this one to that one and go from there. Send.
So yeah, I just can't wait for things to actually finally start ticking up again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just been a long wait, which is fine. Okay, sorry. So Blackhawk answered that. So I've been harvesting USDC from LP, LFDX, and FLP, and buying more FLP. Yeah, that's the easy way, right? That's not a horrible way, but you're getting the lower APY because it's 108 instead of 757, and on top of that, you're buying right now, like what you already said, I guess, hidden is that you're getting ETH at a low price if you start buying some of it now, which is good too.
Yep. And just remember, also with LP, especially on a double volatile asset,
and that too. There we go. Yeah.
As the price of Ethereum goes up, when you eventually break your LP, you're getting more value back because Ethereum is going to be more than what you invested in now. Yeah. So it's a win-win-win, really.
It doesn't do like a concentrated liquidity pool where the values change based on the value of the token, I guess, eh?
Say that one more time. Sorry.
Well, like concentrated liquidity pools, if the value of ETH goes up too high, it ends up rebalancing it back to USDC to make sure that the token pairing is balanced, right? I guess that doesn't happen with this one. It's just a straight LP pair, so it just grows with the same amount of ETH.
So I'm not 100% sure how it works on the back end with Aerodrome, but I believe it is just like a 100% wide range or whatever it's called. I don't think it is a concentrated liquidity.
All right, let's see here. So I need to swap. And I need... What's my USDC? How do I only have 2 USDC? Something's not...
Uh-oh.
Well, I just sent I thought I sent my USDC from my ledger over, but... Base. Yeah, base chain has no USDC anymore. So it should have gone over to, I probably didn't, you know what, I probably didn't reload my wallet.
So interestingly enough, I'm talking to Bill right now. He's saying he expects everything to keep going up until at least Friday.
Interesting. Yeah, well, actually, even on my trading side of things, NASDAQ hit October lows today. So I kind of expect the same thing, to be honest, because we hit those lows. So now we should be making a nice upswing, because that was a crazy low to try and tap into.
How's that going for you, by the way? I haven't asked you in a while.
Good. I still make stupid mistakes, so I'm trying to get that all figured out, and it's never easy, as you're aware. So, but the bot's helping kind of keep things steady and growing, and then I'm gonna keep learning. I can't stop because I love it, but it still drives me bonkers when I make mistakes.
Yeah, you're right, Black. It's gotta be the full spectrum.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. FLP. So I need some of that. I should have just clicked on the link to get the go, but I need to get the tokens first.
$200 is blue.
My millions, my $7 that I'm putting over to FLP, and then 7 to ETH to make my little LP pool. I think I'm doubling my size of my LP right now. Broke ass folk. Black, what are you doing with you all of a sudden now have like a different.
Yeah, I was wondering that
anymore,
too.
And you went like Blaha Pink.
Blaha Pink.
Blaha Pink. Why can't I get a? Oh, I need to allow it. I should be showing this, I guess, while we're doing nothing. But daughter changed my name on the tab. So everybody can see how broke I am. But anyways, I'm just moving some funds over. Looking for a quote. Why is it waiting for next action?
Oh, yeah. I gotta go to the 1 minute.
Why is it taking so long? It's having a hard time finding my FLP quote.
Oh yeah, sometimes Arrow. Sometimes yep, you gotta reload it, refresh. Sometimes it does that.
7. Already allowed that.
See. Hit it. Bounce.
Oh, I see. Yeah, there's a green dot now because it's connected, I guess. But let's see if it times out again. I wonder if I should do the same thing as this for our Creative Wealth, because Creative Wealth is getting a little bit more. They're getting like $10 a day. Ever published CA?
That's interesting.
Did you guys ever publish the I guess the contract address? Yeah. You can actually get it from.
It's on. I know it's on our Telegram. It should be on our website.
So I get them from here too. You can open them in Explorer, and they're right there.
Yeah, that's the easiest way of doing it.
So FYI. Well, what is going on, Aerodrome?
Yeah, you get. People were saying it took them like 5 or 6 times to reload in it.
Oh. Well, that's a pain. Oh, because I'm changing it. I guess we'll just keep loading.
Fuck. keep clicking the wrong thing.
I'll stop doing that.
I know. Jesus.
So what you're saying too is we could get some incentives at some point then, and that those
Yeah, we're not even.
could go higher.
FDX isn't even whitelisted on Aerodrome yet.
Nice.
Once that happens, you're going to see incentives be able to be put onto the token, which
I think you guys have some more governing rights than others. You'll be able to control that a bit. Well, this is fun.
So, yeah, I'm talking to Bill at the same time here. He's giving me some trading advice.
Make sure you CC me on that stuff.
It's really simple. He uses one indicator now, I guess, in a 1 minute time frame.
Oh, nice. I had that other one I was using. It was pretty good all in all, except for I just got in always at the wrong times, and then we had the big dumps. So, because I liquidated again, which was awesome. That was great.
Ooh. I'm doing good, knock on wood.
Yeah, I should be, and I DCA'd too many times, and I shouldn't have. And it's just the same mistakes I make on regular trading. I got to smarten up. I keep saying that though, and I gotta actually.
It's fucking seeing it drop after you're up, 100%, and drops down, and you're like, shit.
Yeah, I've gotten used to that. It's just not. It's the part is just not going. Okay, it's gonna go back up from here. Some like talking myself into it for whatever reason. Like it's magic that I'm gonna have magic abilities to know that it's going back up. So I'll DCA in now. So see, now you say things like that, and then you get quarter mile on here saying, "What's he using now?"
He's just using the where is it? The EMA 205120 by Dr. Sweats on live view, trading view.
Oh, they just said the EMA kind of thing and stuff. Gotcha.
Oh, what the fuck just happened there?
I don't know. Your quarter mile. There's your secret info. Why that always does that? Puts it on restream, but that should do it. Well, this is a lot more than like 4 or 5 times of resetting this.
Yeah, that's a Aerodrome issue, unfortunately.
Yeah. Click on things. Pretty sure that's the wallet I'm using. Yeah. Customer PCs.
So if you go to what the fuck? Not Chainlink, the other one that gives you all the RPCs.
Oh yes, what was that? That was it started with an A.
I forget.
Was it Ava? No. Best RPC.
I'm sure Blackhawk knows it. He's going to pop it up in a moment here.
Yeah, probably. Alchemy. Unless host has somebody else, but I'm pretty sure Alchemy was the one where I used to get the RPCs from. Blackhawk's not coming through with us with the information. Oh, I don't want to do this. Maybe it's not Alchemy. Sorry.
No, I don't think it's chain something or other. Black is saying Alchemy.
Oh, okay. It was Alchemy. Okay, I thought so. But then I started. The website's not the same as it, but maybe I got into the wrong spot. Oh, forget what I spelled different. Oh, here's what I used to see. Base. about that. Yeah, I did Chainless too, but
Chainless.
Anchor.
That's it.
That's the one I used to do.
Oh yeah, I haven't used Anchor since we were on B&B with all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Gotta ask, who here's got that Furio PTSD going on too?
I want to do it the way I always products.
How come this one doesn't show how many people we have watching the live?
It does. It's not a lot right now. Maybe it doesn't show you, but it does.
Doesn't show me.
Oh, it says
doesn't
5
like
now.
me.
We just bumped up to 5.
I know a few people messaged me saying they weren't gonna have to watch it afterwards. So
Yeah, there's a bunch that do afterwards too. We get pretty good views afterwards, but
hi to all of you guys watching this after we're live. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button.
There you go. Swap. Try this one more time, and I'll maybe do it later because it's such a pain trying to find the friggin' PCs for some reason right now. Nope. That's
The thing about that black is there was so many people touting how great BM was.
Has that finally
ET
died?
was. I think it has.
Oh wow.
I'm not 100% sure though, but I think it has.
What happens to all the friggin' money sitting in the
Bertha or whatever it was called? I don't know. Is it a well? We've been shown that even the burn wallet can actually have funds removed from it. So
of course it can.
I think that was what Thor showed us that they could take money back out of the burn wallet.
Oh, fun.
I don't know if does anybody here remember that. That was an interesting couple of days.
Crazy. LP. All right, I'm gonna have to find an RPC later because this is not working, and I'll figure it out. But let's do it for free. Anything else you guys want to babble about, or what? Base, copy, endpoint.
I'm trying to think what else we got going on here. Let's see, we got FDX. Excuse me. Not much else too interesting in the space going on at the moment.
Let's see if that works. There is not. No, you are correct.
Did you get your initials back out at least, Black?
Didn't want to do that. Thankfully, I had fun money in Elephant Money. Yeah, there you go. I did well. I went in one time, and it was it actually ended up being really good timing. I ended up doing a little bit of a parabolic. So I think I took $200 and made 2,000 out of it. Took it out.
You did.
Never looked back. Yeah, that's right. I think we talked about it here.
Yeah, I was telling you to get the fuck out.
Yeah. I probably left like $200 in. I should die. Maybe no. Maybe I took it. I think I ended up just taking it all out. I'm like, I forget this.
Go sign into D-Bank and see.
It should show it on here actually.
Yeah,
Elephant Money, $2.65. Because I have the NFT as well in there somewhere. So. Yeah, the crazy info they tried to peddle on everybody. There we go. Anybody want to get some Unchained data? Please wait.
The
guess not
Savannah
yet.
House. Oh boy.
What's that?
Savannah House. What the hell is that? Is
I
that
don't know.
another part of it?
This mission
Official governance token.
I don't know. Treasury
Did
2.5
it still
million.
really have 183 million?
Trunk market cap, elephant market cap.
So it's not dead yet? That's crazy.
I don't know. Get trunk. I don't know. Not. I don't want to connect my wallet or anything, so share this tab instead.
Wait, it's on Solana now?
Yeah, they did do that. That was a while ago. I haven't been in the thing, so I have no idea what's going on. I guess Blackwood, you were in it, so maybe you still know if there's anything going on. I don't want to limit. That's the NFT, I think. So I think I got an NFT or two when I talked about the. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, who knows? Still nothing. I don't know how to add RPCs to.
It looks like you had it for Aerodrome.
Yeah, I had that, but I don't know how to add it to my actual my wallet. Whether I need to do it that way or not, I don't know.
Oh, you use Rabby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know Rabby.
Transaction that I see receive send swap. Manage addresses. I don't need that. Haven't paid attention to money in a while. They introduced a new system. A new system that's more confusing? Fancy that. Manage addresses. I don't know. I just want to make a little LP. Swap settings. Maybe I need to do that. I don't know. Well, I was trying to show it off, but well, that didn't do it. Yes, as I'm clicking it, somebody says up the slippage. Yeah, that's usually the other way to do it too. But today, did I actually save that setting? Yeah, I did. Shouldn't matter though. It's not like there's any high volume or swap settings. Oh, not let me. Why can't I just? I want to type something in. I can't actually delete that. Oh, there we go. 10. Oh, we'll do 20. Reload. 7. Oh, it's just a problem with Aerodrome. Weird.
Try again later, I guess.
Yeah. Well, stop sharing because I guess there's no point in doing that anymore. Yeah, I gotta go take a look at this indicator for the fun of it. ETC.
It's real simple. Real simple.
Buy low, sell high. Is not all there is to it.
Yeah.
So I do want to get a few more bucks back into trading. So I was having fun with it. I just need to do it a little differently or a little safer. 1 minute chart, you said, and we're looking for indicators. Oops. Community. Dr. Sweat. Sweat baby, sweat baby. I actually already had this one on my. Does he change up the sweat settings at all, or just
Nope. Just
when red's down, you buy, and when,
Well,
or does he wait for the cross? I guess.
no. So he pretty much what you're doing is waiting for it to get down below that blue, the dark blue one, which is at 200 EMA.
Share window. We're too. How do I make us smaller? Because we're too big. What, this bigger? I guess I could do that
There you
too. Get all these. So you're waiting until you're below the blue one.
Yep. When
That's
it
easy.
dips below the blue, and then he said he want like a couple, one or two candles below that. And then as soon as it crosses back up over the 200, you go long. I'm guessing you could probably do the same with the red up top.
Oh, for the shorts, yeah, you could
For
do it. Like
shorts.
this one here would have been a short,
Yep.
and then here's your long.
Yep.
That one would have been a hard one because you would have been short-lived because it went such a big candle. But I guess you could almost grab it on the way up. But that's 1 minute. That's a freaking long candle.
Yeah.
But this one here gave you a nice long.
Yep.
That's pretty easy. Boom. That was a nice one there too.
Yeah. So theoretically, right now you're either in a long or waiting to get into a short.
Yeah. Interesting.
And what I'm thinking of playing around with is like, say I'm in a short right now, make a buy order at that 200 EMA.
Oh yeah.
Go back into a long. I don't know yet.
300. A little late. Oh, I want quantum on there too. I want to see how some of our other stuff that I use works.
You guys have any new ones put out?
No, just kind of editing some of the ones. There is a few things, but quantum flow, that's what I wanted.
Nice.
Yeah, see, when we're below, I'd grab this one right there, and then same thing as soon as that appears. And
I love
right
those
here,
quantum flow boxes. We did not utilize them enough.
no, they're so good. So yeah, even here, like you could take that. That's a little harder, but I mean, you take that one, you set your stop loss here, then you set it 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 here, here.
Yeah.
And same thing here. You enter this one, so you're almost getting a little earlier entry, and you've got a pretty safe stop loss that you can then ride up.
Yeah, I wish you would make those quantum flow boxes free, but
Unfortunately not. Wow, this one you could have read nicely. Holy crap.
almost perfect. Look right where it's that box is. Yeah, exactly where Bill said it would be too.
And then you even got a wolf entry aid too there. Like all the things align, and away you go.
Just follow the boxes right up.
Yeah, this is far better than playing around with that freaking rocket ship thing.
Yeah, that one is just so busy.
Yeah, it's weird. And yeah, right here, see, and then there's your entry, wolf to back it up. And if you technically kept your stop loss here, which wouldn't have been that big of a stop loss, you could have weathered this and then boom. Interesting. Yep. Gonna have to play around with this a little bit.
Quarter. Which one quarter?
No, none of these anyways, but well, there's stuff that there's definitely algorithm bots that can be created with the EMA passing, I believe, but
oh yeah, I could probably do a very simple one with PineScript, to be honest with you. Would it actually work? I have no idea.
Well, that's the problem, right? Because the problem with it, and the problem where the bots come in is when you start automating it, it's not taking decisions that you would take. Like, yeah, it might get you into this trade, but when's it going to get you out of it? I mean, if you just do scalps, I guess it could be profitable. But
Yeah,
even
you'd
then,
have to set it. Can you do the measuring tool to see how big of a rise that is?
sorry? Oh, the measuring tool. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, you could definitely do take a certain, like, that's 0.5%. So I mean, you could scalp pretty easily and be all right.
But then those big ones, what's it going to do when it's out at 50% or
Yeah,
a
exactly.
0.5%? So
Like even this one here, you got in. There's your break of the EMA. There's no other indicators to help you with that one, but it doesn't even make 50%. So you'd have to make sure you're set lower than that, and then it's like, it just ends up taking so many trades, and you can't filter them as easily as you can with your own eyes, kind of thing.
I mean, I'll mess around with a quarter mile and back test it, see if it is even feasible.
I wonder if the 5.9 boxes work with this.
Ooh, that would be an interesting one to use too. Oops. Another one I'd be interested to see is the I think I still technically have it, is the time boxes to see where it is after like the 9:30 opening type thing.
Oh, yes. It definitely does do some things sometimes the same way as NASDAQ does. I've seen that quite a bit. Where is the captain's boxes? Oh, there it is.
Well, you figure it's, as unfortunate as it is still very closely tied to the stock market.
No. Yeah, I don't know if I like using that as much for this. So, but anyways, yeah, that would have been a friggin'.
Yeah. Just follow those fucking boxes right up. I mean, look at that. How big of a rise is that?
Oh my gosh, that's like 3%.
It looks a lot, but it's probably not that big if you think about it.
Well, it's still going from 85 to 80. It's still $3,000 increase. So yeah, 3.5%. I said 3%, so it's close. So,
and then you add leverage to that if you're using this on a leveraged.
Yeah, on Flex Dex. So.
I don't know how you would do that. Would you multiply it by your leverage?
Oh, for how much you'd get out of it? Yeah, I guess technically, yeah, you'd multiply that. So, but I'd have to go in and do a trade and see. But yeah, and either way, you wouldn't have to worry. But well, you're not really measuring it from this, right? You're just going to keep on updating. Like this is at 1:00 in the afternoon. You're just going to keep updating your, like as a quantum flow, you can set your indicator to tell you every time there's another quantum flow that gets created, and you're going in and adjusting your stop loss.
Like I said, I love the entry aid, but I kind of miss those boxes the most.
Yeah, the quantum flow boxes are amazing. So,
but so is the boomerang. Boomerang is amazing too.
So he's updated that. There's a bunch of stuff been updated for that. So,
I saw an email from Take Profit. They're waiving their activation fees or some shit like that.
Oh, interesting. I didn't see that.
Yeah, I think it's over now, but it was like until the 3rd or 4th. I can't remember which.
Well, yeah, and see when they're all close, and that's the other thing you want to look at when you're doing this is you want to make sure when they're far apart, that's where you're going to see the biggest movements. Like here, you can see you're ranging because they're all kind of touching each other. You don't want to be trying to take trades there, but that's where bots will take them automatically, right? Oh, it passed through the EMA. Let's get in.
Yeah. Like if you look at BTC right now, 1 minute slide all the way over, we just broke that 200 EMA. You see that how it wicked down below it. We would not enter it because we don't have the candles below it.
Yeah,
that we're looking for. Even though you just got that quantum flow box there, I don't know if I would take that.
No, agreed. But let's see what we get out of it.
But like you were saying, however, the bots, if we set it up to, as soon as you cross that 200 EMA open XYZ,
Yeah.
they'd be in that trade right now.
Yep. So even that one would have been too aggressive. I don't think that one would, but again, once these ones here is where you want to take it, like right. And this is where having these to get in a little earlier is handy, because you don't waiting to here. You still have that's not a bad little jump though, still, if you're leveraged. So this is where you break, and you're still getting a 0.5% move.
Yeah, I'd love to figure out what the math is for that with a leveraged. I'm gonna ask Rock real quick. %.
That's one way to do it. I feel like it's like I want something where this is bigger. Oh, I guess I can customize this. No, that's not what I want. No. This doesn't do exactly what I want. A smaller and this bigger.
So it looks like 10x leverage trade for 0.5% is 10%.
Okay, so you'd make 10% on that trade instead of 0.5%. That makes sense. 10 times.
Sorry, it would be 5%, 10x.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically you're doing
50.
Yeah. So you're basically just you're moving a decimal place over, basically.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, so if you do 10x leverage, yeah, you're just basically going. So you're making 5. So that's a 5% trade, which is really like
that's
you
huge.
do that once a day. That's huge. And again, like fairly low risk. We put a pretty tight stop loss, and after a little bit of the trade, you're able to put your stop loss above break even, like when you get a quantum blocks.
Yep. And that's what I was talking to Bill earlier, and
I'm just like, I'll just take the $20-$30 wins. I don't need these massive wins all the time.
No, exactly. And that's what I wanted to do as well. But then, like I said, it was going down, and I got to stop, because like, for instance, here, like even in this downturn, right? Like if you decided to get in here, either take your profit there, or if you start doing this, you got to just find a way to get out of the trade. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. If you start DCAing here and here and here, then you're getting too deep too quick. Whereas if you just take one here and then you set one where, okay, this is like every $1,000 maybe, that's as far as you'll go for a DCA on BTC, for example, because then it would have to go down quite a bit for you to actually like blow your account.
And you got to go into this with a plan. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, and Austin Clark pretty much drills that into you in his, his group too.
Absolutely.
Got to have a plan and you got to stick to it. That's my biggest issue. I never.
There's another really early entry. And see, when it's so spread out like this is where your gold is, right? Like when they're this wide, the EMAs, this is where you find the killer trades.
Yep.
And boom, you're below the blue EMA. Bam, you can take it and you ride it up. This one here, you're above the red and it's spread out. You can take that that flow and go down. But these ones here, it's just ranging.
Yep. And the parallels, like you said, between this and like NASDAQ is pretty incredible.
It's a decent one. And this is just
because from your work with NASDAQ, if you went back over to the right towards where we are now, what would you do if this was if NASDAQ was acting like this chart right here? How would you play it?
Oh, it's just ranging, right? So I'd be taking scalps maybe, but I don't know. The problem is it's hard to say it on this, but yeah, I'd be taking 10-point scalps, which you can't even compare it here, right? Because a 10-point scalp on the Bitcoin chart is that.
And that's what another issue I ran into coming from NASDAQ over to Bitcoin is our preset, our points on Bitcoin are nothing compared to what they are on NASDAQ.
Yeah.
Like look at that. Look at the size of that box compared to over on Bitcoin.
Too many things on here, but anyways, yeah, well, exactly, right. Like this 10 points here is that, and I've got to like you could do this to spread it out, but yeah, today even this would have been a loss, but this one would have been like a $300 loss. That would have been a $100 win, $100 win, $100 win. So if I had stuck to my plan today, I would have been up a little bit. But anyways, that's too busy. I got to clean up that chart. That's the other one that I don't like. But play around with some of this stuff. Now that this is a fairly simple chart to play with, I might have some fun. These are the other ones. When you get them all crossing right like this is another, like, you want them spread out or you want them all crossing and wait for the pull away. And the cool thing is actually, so even here, it didn't give you an early signal because it hadn't done anything, but they're boom, boom, like both of them at the same time as we're breaking through that EMA. And then bam, it goes like nuts. Although this one here, you would have put your stop loss there and then there. And you would have gotten, oh no, you would have actually put your stop loss here and then you would have gotten out. Potentially.
Yeah, with that stop loss, if you started back down at the beginning, would be a several $100 win.
Oh man, this one would have been a damn good. So yeah, actually, according to that little thing there, right? Like here's it's a 30% trade.
Yeah.
So, sorry guys, there might be people talking in the chat, and I'm playing around here with.
So it depends on the where we're trading quarter. FDX is cross only, but places like MEX or Biped or Pinex, I usually go isolated personally.
Yeah, the issue is, I mean, theoretically, if you're trading, because correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe I'm totally noob at this, but isolated just means if I have a Bitcoin trade and an ETH trade, they're not going to pull leverage from either or to create to keep my trade going. So realistically, the issue is theoretically, if ETH is dropping and Bitcoin's dropping, you're going to liquidate them both anyways. So you'll have to manage those trades in some way. So you got to be careful with cross, just because it can tank them both, but they're probably both being tanked anyways. So
that's why sub accounts are big for FDX, because you can hedge yourself and not, if one's doing really bad, not have it affect the one that's doing well, or close it out early and you lose the run. So.
Or pull whatever margin you have left in one and move it over to the other to help keep it going faster or farther. Yeah, it depends. But again, then there's no point in the sub account actually. Duh. So cool. Well, I have to play with this a little bit when I get a few more bucks to throw into FDI or into Flex trade, and maybe try and run some trades using this instead of just, all I was doing is going in, okay, let's enter. Well, I was using that other one. I was using this crazy messy one, which I don't really like.
Yeah, look at that.
I don't like it, but I get why you did it. I
don't get it.
Well, because it's like, here's your DCAs basically, right? When you get them bulking together like that, and then there's your take profits kind of thing. It's just kind of an identifier, and you can change the reason why I think he did it this way was because by changing the sensitivity, you can drastically change how many of them print, and it does vary by asset. So you do this one, now you're only got your one entry and your one exit, but then you're missing out on this take profit. But again, you can make that yourself, right? You can kind of go, okay, I'm going to take profit here, and then when it comes back down here, you can buy. But I don't know. I like cleaner, and this is kind of handy. And I do like what we have built with Austin's group and Quantum. They give us some pretty darn crazy stuff that is quite accurate. So. And when you start getting them married together, that usually means there's a punch happening. Not always, though.
I'm waiting for a entry point here, personally.
Yeah, not much happening right now, though.
No.
I wish I didn't mess with this.
Miss the entry earlier.
When you
Back
change
at,
the time frames, it's quite interesting.
Oh yeah.
See, it just broke the blue one on the 1 minute, but the 5 minute, it's like not even there yet.
Yep.
Interesting. Oh well. Anyways, guys, I think we're past the hour mark.
We are.
Trading does make it a little more interesting, but hopefully you guys enjoyed some of that chat. Yeah, we'll. Oh, I need to stop sharing that. Stop sharing. That was a weird little effect with you popping back in. Anything else, guys? Let me know. But actually, no, nothing else. You guys aren't going to get me on another rant now this time. Thanks for joining us. Anybody that did join us late that are coming watching the replay, hopefully enjoyed that. Maybe you didn't make it to this part of it and you don't get to hear me thank you, but that's okay too. We will be back, I guess, next week. And yeah, hopefully I'll be back to doing a little bit of trading and show that off and not just liquidate after my first day of jumping in for the second time. I'd like to go an account. I like doing it publicly, right? Like I don't know. I'll have to play around with it. And I find it is helping my discipline a little bit on this side of it, just watching it. But I think this will be better too, using the EMAs a little bit with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's a funny beast. But like NASDAQ, but not. It's kind of weird. Anyways, babble. All right, guys, have yourselves a wonderful evening.